Hello there, everyone. I just want to address the there's been some accusations floating around, and I feel like they need to be addressed. It is with a heavy heart that I admit what I'm going to admit, but so the accusations is that I am single-handedly the reason Starfield has failed as a game, and I have to say it's all true. Todd, he reached out to me pretty early on, and we had a few back and forths, and eventually I said, look, Todd, fuck Starfield, let's just make Fallout Shelter 2. And yeah. So without further ado, let's get into the video or stream. Anyway, how's everybody doing today? Put back on my menu. We all doing good? Sorry, I just wanted to make light of a comment I got that I thought was pretty fucking hilarious. Also, hello Flippy, I love how you're here specifically.
Looks like you got a few diplomatic mission stamps in your file.
Damn right I do.
Making the settled systems a more peaceful place.
Thank you, I'm trying, okay? It's hard. How's everyone doing on this fine afternoon / evening / night time? You're still awake, bro? You haven't? It's been... Oh, my game just crashed. Oh no, what the fuck happened there? Oh, I don't have... Whoops. TM. There we go. All good. Nice, nice, Michael. Flippy, you've been abandoning me. Like, I've been doing fucking... This is why I'm not a public person. But you abandoned me. I've been, like, doing Arc Raiders by myself. I know I might have to just do that. It seems like the strat, you know? And you're freezing.
The orphan and the platypus? Funny stuff. Can't really remember it.
The what? Sir, you can't reference a joke between an orphan and a platypus and then not remember it. I did until Game Awards. Hello, Lone Star. Let me say hello to everyone. Hello, Tenbro. Hello, Raffin. Hello, K9. Hello, Mark. Hello, Ace. Hello, Michael. Hello, Martin. Hello, Curtis. Hello, Styles. Hello, L Dude. Oh, Jesus. Hopefully, you recover quickly, L Dude. To be honest, the Game Awards, there's been some speculation I'm not one to talk on speculation unless the speculation involves ship parts specifically. But supposedly speculation is referencing to something coming rather soon. When? I have no fucking idea. But we might be getting something soon. Just trying to get back in Starfield, but I burnt out again for like 3 hours. I'm playing Baldur's Gate 3. And trying to go back to Baldur's Gate, as you said, as much as I've always loved. I can understand that, K9. I can definitely understand that. It's been nominated for so many awards, might as well rename it to Thursday Awards. I seen a few things about that. The Game Awards and stuff. Hello, Lee. I seen like some people were like mentioning also on the menu today is building ships and shooting shit till it's dead, and whatever happened in between. I've seen like some kind of controversy around that. Like Arc Raiders wasn't nominated and stuff, and apparently it got like snubbed for Game of the Year. Look, I'm not saying it should win Game of the Year. I realize that, but apparently there was like when whatchamacallit came out, Dragon Age Inquisition, it literally came out like 10 days before the event and it won Game of the Year. And like that wasn't even enough time for people to play the game, which is weird. I haven't played Expedition 33, but yeah. I guess what triggered the arc didn't get in. I mean, I kind of understand it though. Like it's a very fun game. Now I realize it always, like any game you play, you're always gonna like be like, oh, why is this game not, you know, isn't too soon? No, that's what I mean. It's not actually. So the rules apparently with the Game Awards is that it has to have been out before like sometime in November. But it's apparently a load of bollocks. To be honest, not trying to disrespect the Game Awards, but isn't the Game Awards the one with Jeff Keighley, who tends to really love PlayStation and kind of hypes up PlayStation? Which, if it's not, I apologize. I feel like award ceremonies are just kind of, you know. There's fun, but I don't think it's Game of the Year worthy. I mean, I looked at some of the games through the uncampaign mod. I will be, yes. I have to, I'm like slowly getting into the whole, the kind of the reviewing of Fallout mods. It's fun bouncing between. Right, let's go to the, let's see if we can get a follower. I'll give much weight to Game Wars anyway. I'd be a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. The douche in charge hates Kiss, and the reason they haven't been inducted. See, you're always gonna get stuff like that. That's why, like, I prefer, like, even when it comes to reviews and stuff, like, you're better off kind of looking at multiple reviews from various different sources before you get your information. Unless it's about Starfield or Fallout or Skyrim paid mods, then there's only one source you need, you know? Yo, Simeon, I need a follower. Will you come with me? No. Lovely. Fucking great game. Kill the Crimson Fleet Brigade on Bardine VC, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and even Rock and Moore's generic music. Well, see, this is where, like, hello, Stumbler. This is where, like, I don't know too much about, like, music. I mean, you know, I listen to everything and anything. What? Dangerous aliens? Where the fuck? Can't be the guy sabotage. Whoa, now, okay. I just admitted to those solicitous rumors. The fuck am I going? There? Can I go there? Okay, I can. Didn't allow a category to be left empty. You need to choose one to go to the next category, so to randomly choose one to vote. Oh. Yeah, that's never good. Tupac is in the... I mean, but I was gonna say, like, isn't, like, rock and roll these days, isn't it just kind of a terminology when, like, when an artist kind of transcends a certain point? Obviously, rock is, you know, rock is music, but, like, the terminology of rock star has, like, changed so much to where, like, rock star now just necessarily means, like, somebody who is, like, exceeded so well in their, like, field. That, you know, like, you've got rock stars in the gaming industry, rock stars in the TV industry. Not a fucking furry. But you know how much furry suits cost? Not that I would know. More interested in nomination of awards than the winners. Winners objective, but nomination more. Yeah, I do agree. Rock and roll is a genre. Rock and roll. The my most immersive point in the rock and roll genre was playing Guitar Hero. You know, that's pretty much, that's fucking guitar is pretty good. It sounds like you do know. I don't, vaguely. I know that fucking cosplay suits in general are fucking expensive. Wanted to fucking see, I'm like one of those people, I'd love to buy stuff on Etsy, like the prop guns and stuff, but I ain't waiting 2 months for one of them. If it ain't got a distorted guitar, that's fair. Who would you consider like a rock and roll legend, Stone? I definitely think the Canadian Michael Jackson, JB, is pretty good. I'm gonna lose all of my audience for saying that. I apologize, but some of his music is good. I never understood the hate with Mr. Bieber. I know he can be a bit of an obnoxious twat, but he can perform. All right. What guns do we have? Who is that, Lee? What does he sing? See, I'm really bad. Like, I need, like, to know the names of songs a lot of the time. Like, my girlfriend will be like, oh, have you heard of this band? I'm like, no. And then she'll play the song. I'm like, oh my god, I know that song. Steve Vaughn. Hello there, Raptor. Oh no, I'm always chill. Yeah, no, I'm always chill. That's my strat. They invented goth. Oh, okay. Anything from AC/DC. I know of AC/DC. They Thunderstruck. Who does the that's Thunderstruck, isn't it? Or is it? I know that was a generic chord. But like Iggy Pop from Iggy and the Stooges. I know of that. I've heard of that person. Yeah, that's the riff. I knew that. Went and saw them. Did you flip me? Nice, nice. How did it go? You don't know who AC/DC is, Tanner, bro? Of the Stooges. I'm assuming it's not the Three Stooges. It's like something different. Hello, Sailgater. How are you doing? I do not have my usual firearms. I gotta follow people replica of Amazon. It was 290, the Vault 260. That's not mean. Like, it's fucking insane. Like, the pricing of stuff. And, like, I get it because, like, look, there's a premium put on anything game related these days, or anything of value, which is so annoying. Shook the town as much. Jesus Christ, Led Zeppelin. I know of Led Zeppelin. Never a fan though. Okay, Iggy Pop is a 60th band. Okay, that's a little bit past my... I don't think I even was conceptualized at that point. I think who are some rock stars? Would Queen be considered a rock star? I'm trying to think who would be like a rock band I like listen to. Fine Tool's the best band all. Makes them Perfect Crimson. He's old as I'm not that fucking old. What fuck? I'm normal age. Whatever fucking that means. Yeah, quit. Yeah. Rock. One of the best. Yeah, they are. Freddie Mercury, my god, could he perform? I know of Leonard Skinner. Oh, what is the song? Their most famous one. Hello there, ways. Get on your bikes and ride. Ozzy Osbourne. See, I didn't know, like, I knew Ozzy Osbourne. Didn't really know Ozzy Osbourne. Should we go? Well, welcome, Wiz. Welcome. Pull up a chair. We're currently telling tales of music. Free Bird. I don't think it's free. Is it Sweet Home Alabama? Is that them? I know it's... Yeah, I think it's that. I think it might be Free Bird. Kiss is... Kiss ACD? No, is Kiss... Who is Kiss? Sting? No, hold on now. Sting is Kiss. I'm a street walking cheetah with a heart full of napalm. I'm a run. What the fuck? Ludwig von. Sting is the... Oh, okay. Is Sting the guy with the, like... Who's the guy with the... Okay, Kiss is the face paint. Okay. That's it. That's it. I know music most days. Yeah, my music was Dean Winchester. You know, I'm gonna talking about music. I'm gonna say something here. Obviously, I'm probably gonna trigger a lot of people. So I've always been a fan of Hallelujah, but I've only ever listened to covers of it. I listened to Leonard Cohen's actual like rendition, and I don't know if is it just because the gentleman? Hello, Nolroth. Is it just because the gentleman's older, or is that his singing style? Because he kind of sounds like he talks more than sings. Is he a bit like Johnny Cash? Not that there's anything wrong with that. I know that clearly he like I know who Leonard Cohen is. To say as he's just okay, that makes sense. Because I always find like it interesting when like when well I don't know, obviously sometimes you'll hear like the cover of a song before you hear like a PC like get to work it. Nice. He only sang because his friend encouraged him, saying he had a lovely voice. He has a very good voice. Oh my god, I'm going over there for the UC listening post. The one you're listening to right now. Johnny Cash is good. I like... Oh, wait a minute. We can't forget fucking... who do I like? I like... Alright, now... Is it Kenny Loggins? Who sings The Gambler? And I also am a big fan of... that's another one, like West Virginia, like Country Road. Love all the renditions. Not a huge fan of, like, the original singer's rendition. Oh, wait, no. Kenny Loggins is Danger Zone. My bad. I get the other one. Is it Kenny Rogers? My bad. I like that song, too, though. Fucking Highway to the Danger Zone. There's, like, a mission in GTA where you're flying a jet off an aircraft carrier. That comes on the radio. Oh, it's so fucking badass. Like, obviously, it's a reference to fucking, it's a reference to Top Gun. But, yeah. So fucking good. Highway to the... Is he? He's actually the DJ? I apologize. I unintentionally tend to insult everyone. I put my foot in it. I didn't know he was the DJ. That's cool. Jesus Christ. That sounds eventful, Raptor. When Peter Griffin is flying his truck, so he fills it up with jet. Oh, Jesus Christ. I always wondered, like, what it would be like, because, you know, like, you go to some, I don't know if it's like that in where you guys live, but over here, you go to some of the more fancier petrol stations, and you can get, like, premium petrol. It is now stuck in my head, Ted, bro. I'm always like, what would happen if I put some of that premium unleaded petrol into my vehicle? That's why I try not to give people a reason to, Rory. I don't want to have to deal with some bullshit. Best music moment, game of Saints Row, What is Love? Oh, I think there's fancy ones. Yeah, there's like yeah. A lot of petrol stations over here will only, you get diesel, you get petrol, and you might be lucky if you get green diesel. But some places have, like, higher fuel. Gets the jet. Oh, it is actually very fast. I think I have a perk. Big Bang fan. Apparently, the rumors, and that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to specify where or what I know, but apparently something's coming very soon. Yeah, high octane, that's it. Premium runs a 9 noble car. A burn cleaner will actually get... Oh, will it? See, then why is it just like... Why is that not more common if it, like, runs cleaner? Is it, like... I'm surprised that they don't force people to use it then, because I know, like, green diesel, that's what I've heard, and I'm just going off of what people have been saying. Some car... Yeah, I know some cars will require it. But, like, it kind of reminds me similar of, you know, like how green diesel you're not supposed to put in your motor vehicle, but some people do. I've never done that. I'd be mortified getting stopped. But run your Lambo on regular. Can you get a Lamborghini in diesel? Oh, you missed it, Nogroth. I did I did an apology at the start of the stream. I addressed the rumor. I think if it do any sports cars do diesel, are they all petrol? Because most cars aren't tuned for it. You really want most. A tractor. Oh yeah. I mean, to be fair, I'm pretty sure Lamborghini and Bugatti do tractors, don't they? Or they originally did tractors. Welcome, alien. Welcome. See, the vegetable oil thing kind of like... I see people reference it like, you know, like, oh, I use vegetable. It just sounds like a lot of fucking effort, you know? Remember, he still has tractors, damn right. Mercedes tractors? Hello, Timmy. Happy birthday. Sorry, I didn't see that, alien. Happy birthday. The news is, if rumors are to be believed, something is coming very soon. Up farmer. I mean, fucking tractors in general. I seen it like a reaction. It was like these farmers, and they were reacting to a clip where someone's like, yeah, tractors can be like 100k, and like the farmers break out laughing. He's like, for 100k, I might get a fucking wheel. Now, obviously, even over here, because we like have kind of two types of tractors generally. You have like the old school kind of, you know, like your think like early tractors. Then you have the big, huge yokes that are like 50 feet off the fucking ground. And you see 16-year-olds driving them, and you have to throw yourself in the ditch because they're too wide. See, I wonder, is it like, how common are these whole, how common are the, we're referring to as the Mercedes Coupe. It's the German subdued elegance that makes them look like tractors. I've always wanted a Mercedes, but they're so fucking expensive. Even the, like, older ones are so expensive. But then I suppose Mercedes... Did Mercedes... Well, now I'm thinking. When did Mercedes come about? Because they would have... I don't know if... Did Mercedes make anything in World War II? I'm trying to think. I know Porsche did. Porsche tried to make a tank. They tried to make a Tiger. And it used like diesel electric, very bad at the time. They invented the car? Oh, did they? Oh, so I'm assuming they didn't go with the German man with the funny mustache. But a Harley trike, it's a tractor. Old Merc. Like so you can get like old Mercs and stuff, but like it's just, yeah, they made almost everything. Oh, they did, so they were like, oh, okay. They've been going cheap in batteries, though. Well, they made airplane engine? I didn't know that. Okay, fair. Because, like, I know, like, I'm trying to think, like, when it comes to, obviously, Britain, you had Rolls-Royce making fucking engines. Merlin was making engines. Sterling was making engines. And then, the Japanese side, Mitsubishi, going fucking ham. Making some fucking... Oh, did he love the Ben? Uh-oh. All right, let's... Those they can eject their battery and do a full broadside separate crossing. I've seen that, but like it's just like if you need to eject it in the first place, update man DLC. Might want a picture of you in a furry suit. If it comes out, I will have to acquire a furry suit, but I will do it, Lee. I will 100% do it. Update, how big is it? Like Bruce, one of the biggest animals. I believe so, yeah. Stay in the back seat. Oh, Jesus. All right, my bad. I always thought, who made, what manufacturer made the Kubelwagen? I like a little Kubelwagen. Oh, it's Volkswagen. That would make sense. Oh, is it Opel? Opel's the We Believe in Autos. Don't lie, you have I fucking wish. I know, I was like, for a gag, do I buy a panda mask and do a live stream wearing a panda mask? Into Warsaw in one tank. W. They also, the heavy tanks are called the Elephant, which was designed by Ferdinand. Yes, and it was a fucking beast of a thing, but I don't think many was made, were they? What did I grab drive into? We're currently talking about motor vehicles. We were originally talking about rock stars. Now we're talking about motor vehicles in World War II. I'm trying to think, because obviously I know that like with America's like Lend-Lease and stuff, and I should know this because I've watched dozens and dozens of documentaries on the Sherman. What is the Sherman? All right. What does the Sherman use? So about buttered sausage. I've never had buttered sausage. I will say the universal gun carriers are very fucking cool. Very small though. Yeah, well, I'm trying to think. What was it? Because I know like during the war, like there was a lot of overlap between the Allies and stuff. What's a buttered, like, is it just a sausage fried in butter? That does sound quite heavenly. Excuse me, wake up. Beer battered sausage. If everybody had to pick one vehicle, or yeah, one vehicle from like the World War that you would say is your favorite, what would you say is your... Oh, I know that meme now. I have to say the M4 Sherman, she's a beautiful vehicle. Tiger 1, yeah. Part of the Panzer 3 as well. I love how the Panzer 3 is. It's so small, but it's a tank destroyer. Makes sense. There's an Iowa. I was going to say, it's like, we could leave it Willy. The Willy Jeep is pretty fucking good. Oh, my game crashed. Give me a second. Whoops. We'll swap back to starting soon. Oh, the Heinkel. Very nice. Very nice. They're still like, because America produced so many fucking vehicles in World War II, but like they're still around today, you know? Like, whereas like you look at like the Germans, like there's like I think 2 functioning Tiger 1s, I think. Corsair, the Corsair is, yeah, very nice. It's kind of crazy how like America's like early on in the kind of the war in the Pacific, America's planes were kind of not very good, and then they just like hit a kind of a growth spurt, and my god, did like shit get real fast. Like, I almost feel bad for, well, I would never feel bad for the Japanese in World War II, but like the Zero went from being a literal hero to a Zero in a fucking instant. Load. The Churchill Crocodile is very fucking cool. What's the Harley Davidson WLA? Germans tried to make a mono-wheeled tank? What the fuck? That's really cool, Tenebro. America always built for the last war. Harleys were amazing. P-38 Lightning, yeah. Yeah. They were like, alright, we can't lose this. And by Jesus, they didn't. Ship crashed New Mexico, we got better. Oh god. It's like when you see like those like documentaries and stuff that are like somewhat based on sciencey stuff, somewhat kind of pseudo. Like the when the Germans were trying to create a vertical takeoff plane, and it just looked really, really, really funny. Let's go to... what mission do I have to do? Missions. Dark site. Propaganda beat. Crazy guy told me so. Don't know how I feel about the new New, like, Blackhawks being, like, essentially drones. Kind of saddens me. I feel like you need a pilot, like, sitting there. Abrams, so... Abrams are always so fucking cool. Like, whenever you used to buy, like, you know, like, any sort of small-scale tanks... Oh, the Sherman Firefly, yep. It's like, alright, we can't fit as many in the gun turret, but we have a huge fucking gun. But yeah, the transition from, like, it used to be little die-cast Shermans to, I want to say, like, maybe die-cast, I know it die-cast Abrams, but I feel like there was one in the middle. I don't know if, I don't think it was, like, the Russian tanks. Because, yeah. Hello there, gentlemen. You guys fighting? That's fine. I'm going to go over this way. I think a score carrier defense class like cars. I can name so many ships. Yeah, they figure train pilots are more valuable. Oh, they don't get me wrong. Pilots are very much valuable. But I feel like if you're like a soldier deploying, like, you know, on the front lines or somewhere, you'd prefer to see the pilot strapped in front of you than behind you. I really hope the whole drone bubble like pops and we realize, you know, that we need people. What's going on? A pirate brigand. Oh, what the fuck's going on here? All right, whoa. Excuse me. Hold on now, I need to solve it. Okay, that gun. I feel like that gun, yeah, that's trash, that's why. Let's get out of here! Flight privileges are revoked. Oh, you motherfucker. I will say though, when is the Marine Corps gonna get to work making that Pelican? You know, we need that Pelican. If we don't have Pelicans in the next 10 years, I'm leaving the planet. The plumbing pipes are too... To be fair, right? That is a hill I will die on. I feel like we need to, like, countries need to get better at making pipes bigger, you know? Like, the food we eating doesn't get fucking, you know, a lot of us aren't eating enough fiber, so, you know. Especially AI makes me think that... Oh, the house pusher. Best I can do is a robo-dog. I'll take it. I'll take it. Leaving with no new ship parts. We don't... It'll be fine. The Chinese are doing good with rockets. They'll set me up with what I think. Yeah, but not the good... No, I don't think you could hop in a... Well, I suppose if you're small enough, you could hop in a Pelican. Alright, let's attempt this. Oh, no, well, obviously it's going to be a one-way trip. I'm leaving. What are these guys fighting? Start the Spartan program. See, I feel like you'd have a hard time convincing a government that you want to kidnap children. The Pelican from Timo. I'd get it done, 100%. Oh, Jesus. The wings are made of cardboard. They're like, oh yeah, this is high structural aircraft grade cardboard. Hello there. Welcome, LeBron. I need to re-equip my weapons a little better. My god, I get the shit kicked out of me. Just cover me. If my toaster starts making noise and beeping, I'd speak out thinking the transformer. That's why whenever I have any interactions with AIs, I always say please and thank you. You know? If the uprising happens, they'll remember I was the nice one. Adeptus Astartes. See, the Adeptus Astartes would be cool, but like the fucking, like the sheer size of them. Like, they're so unnecessarily large. The engines are bottle rocket. You gotta pump them before launch. All right, well, to be fair, Raptor, Clanker sounds like fine because it's from Star Wars. Those other two sound like you've just taken racist slurs and just turned them into, yeah. The Star Wars? When a bot revive. Yeah, I'm saying, like, good bot, good bot. What about people using him? The anniversary update broke more mods than I thought it would. Have a single power armor mod. It's always gonna happen. That's like the frustrating thing about it. I have not seen it, but I have been, I know of it. I need to watch it. You know, actually, speaking on the topic of Star Wars, kind of, why did Lego Star Wars get so fucking expensive? You can buy a Venator for €700. Who has that kind of money? Lego used to be, like, for kids, and, like, I don't mean that, hello, Pop. Like, and I don't mean that, like, adults obviously can and will play with Lego. But, like, it seems like Lego's turning into more into, like, a trade fucking commodity. Like, buy low, sell high. A corporate AI that attacks self. Absolutely relation ranking with true general intelligence. Is that the Elite? It is the Elite set, but still, it's, like, kind of expensive. Like, Jesus Christ of Almighty. Like, I think when I was younger, I got the Star Destroyer, and it was really fucking cool. It fucking took ages to put together. But, like, the kids grew up, they have money now. Yeah. Can't even afford to get the sets. That's what I mean. Like, it's so fucking expensive. And, like, I know Lego, I think, uses, like, it's, like, they're not bad for the environment. But, like, what the fuck? Like, there's a reason people are turning to, like, Temu and, like, AliExpress and, like, Wish for, like, the knockoffs. Because apparently they're very fucking good. Got myself some Tesla T60. Oh, Tesla armor in general. I have me Legos rolls. Well, see, they were kind of expensive, but they weren't, like, that expensive. Like, I remember back in the day as, like, a child, I think the most expensive set, like, now this is obviously going back, like, 20 years ago. Most expensive set you'd see would be about €100. Like, and that would get you, like, usually that was, like, the Death Star or, like, maybe a Star Destroyer. Like, now it's, like, you're lucky to get a set that doesn't start at that price. It's just fucking insane. Are you excited for the new Steam machine? What plan is this? This is vanilla. This is, Bardeen VC. Let me bring up the map. Oh, yeah, I know they are. Like, the worst thing now, right, is I won't say Lego kids anymore. No. Oh, well, that's what I mean. They're definitely not 100%. 100%. But, like, what makes it worse is, like, I went on, like, we have Smiths over here, and I think you have them in England, too. It's basically a toy shop. You go to the Lego section, right? And they have, like, a section for, like, sets that are, like, no longer in service. And the only reason you would have that section is because those are the ones you will make a shit ton of money on. Like, I know loads of people who have, like, bought, like, sets and easily made triple, quadruple their money off of it. It's, like, fucking insane. Like, with Warhammer, I can kind of understand it to an extent, you know? Motherfucker! We're good. We're good. Mixed feeling on the new Steam machine. Sounds like it's going to be pricey. I did hear... Hello, Eclipse. I did hear it was quite pricey. I hope they're going to price it competitively so that Xbox will kind of get their shit together. I am on Survive, or I'm on Extreme. Yeah, the OG Millennium Falcon, like, yeah, it's just like, what the fuck? Like, they're so... Alright, we need, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go and get new guns. Go to Aquila City. From what I've seen, I don't think it is Bear, which, I mean, that's gonna be problematic. I mean, well, look, it's not gonna be that problematic. Turn to cube-based gaming. I think everything is run by gobshites these days, which is very sad. Blue Bricks. There's one that makes, is it Colby, make war stuff? They had like a Bismarck, I think, was like 200 quid. And again, like I wouldn't mind paying like I don't mind paying like a, you know, like for something that's going to look well and display well. And like some Lego does display well, but like the thing is like a lot of Lego and stuff is like you find the knockoff ones tend to use like stud, like, you know, flat pieces so that you can't really tell it's Lego. Yeah, I think the big thing is it's supposed to be, Lego competitors are good. It's the Kobe ones I got. I have a Corsair and I have a Panzer IV, pretty decent. Mega Bloks used to be fucking great because Mega Bloks would do Mega Bloks would basically be like, yo, we'll do whatever. Guns, we'll do guns. But now Mega Bloks is more expensive than fucking. I have a lot of Halo Mega Bloks. I'm a big collector. Where's fucking Cheyenne? I want to go to Cheyenne, not Maheo. Like it's a rip-off of 10 6-pip blocks, probably cost. Oh, they vary 100%. 100%. Yeah, Halo Mega Bloks. They did make, yep. They made a lot of, what the fuck, Raptor. It's not long ago they made that. You must be very young. Goddamn. I have, the Halo Pelican, 2 versions of the Halo Pelican. Yeah, it's the sales, honestly, Killzone. The sales are a bit fucking, they're a bit rich. Like I seen over here, the PlayStation 5, I think, Slim was going for 380, which isn't too bad. But there's no sales on the Xbox over here. It's still 7. Oh, it's 700 euro if you want Call of Duty with it. That's 220 off. Or the 3, yeah, well, no, if you're talking about it, but yeah. Because I mean, like, the thing is like, if you're going to jump into the whole PlayStation bandwagon now, should you realistically get a Pro? Like, does the Pro kind of have any benefits over the, you know? It was crazy high margin. For every dollar spent at Lego store, generous times pocketed by the company. Oh, really? Is it? So, like, it's not, so you're saying it's not extremely profitable, Ways? The Pro doesn't have any benefits. Yeah, see, because I know that their whole thing is they're supposed to be like using like a kind of a upscaling. Also, side note, 100% they would do. Oh, they make their. Oh, okay, yeah, because that's what I mean. You would kind of think that low price point for a low tier hardware game computer. I think on there. Pro's more storage, is better specs, but you have to get the disk drive separate. See, I mean, I like that. It's weird that PlayStation was the one that went modular, to be completely honest with you. I never thought PlayStation would be that company, and ironically, PlayStation is also the company, like that PlayStation Portal thing. Like, if Xbox had did that, I would have probably copped. Like, 100, what was it, 150 for a little handheld? Like, being able to run the Steam machine, or being able to run, Game Pass. Yes, they are. That's a fun fact. I like that fact. I always vaguely remember an era of Lego, like fully posable. Oh yes, the Bionicles and stuff. Always use consoles after the generation. I think I'm done with the companies. Honestly, I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. Love the concept of Steam Machine. They should do a partnership with It's play for me. They should. I've seen some of the front things and they look very cool. I think the PS Portal for Xbox would have made more sense considering how. That's what I mean. Like, I don't know like why PlayStation was the one to do it. Like that was always my whole thing. Like when they released the the lead or the what was it? Who was it? ROG Xbox. I'm like, why no dedicated handhelds, you know? Chunk skin Steam machine, Steam Cube. That'd be fucking cool. Hello there, bub. Only fans really want the PSP2. And that's the thing, it wasn't even a PSP2, because originally I don't know if you can stream games now, but I feel like originally you couldn't. You get a hard target. but I always thought it looked cool. What is Hero Factory? Yeah, we'll use a mag storm. It was. It really was. I remember it had the PSP had like spin-off GTA games. Was it Liberty City Stories? Which was very, very cool. Wait, Bionicles is no longer a thing?
I heard they're making the
Oh, looks like we got another off-worlder.
Are you kidding?
Excuse me?
It might just
An off-worlder?
the newer versions are
Oh,
always
I remember playing... I had a Game Boy Color playing one of the Harry Potter games, and my god, was it a fucking challenging game. Let's build a ship. Let's build a ship.
You should inspect your ship for heat leeches every couple landings.
You should
It'll
let
cost
me
plenty
use
to
that
have it
chair.
deployed. Need some work done?
My handheld. The DS was pretty fucking cool. The Nintendo DS. The 3DS and the DSi were not as good, but like some of the games on the DS was so fucking cool. I remember there's a game I used to play, Arthur and the Invisibles, like a load of different kind of puzzle sort of games. Very fucking cool.
I'm sure you can find some.
All right, what ship will? Ooh, the Ranger. Let's modify a Ranger. I'd like to modify. I seen a clip recently of like someone playing Call of Duty on a DS, and they like did a fucking 360 quick scope, and it looked so fucking funny because like the effort you needed to do it. Game Boy Pocket. I didn't ever enjoy the magical thing that was the Wii. Oh, you just said it there now. Call you on the Wii. Oh, Jesus Christ! Caught on the Wii was something fucking else entirely. It was definitely something. Michael, the Wii is it's a console you play games on. I'm sorry, Michael, that was rude. The Wii, weirdly, like the Wii was very fucking fun, and then it just kind of like I think kids got bored of it. It's kind of like out of all of the, you know, like the kind of the things where like they want to get kids moving, like you have Kinect, you have like the Wii, you have VR. I feel like the Wii is probably the Wii is one of the, isn't it like the highest selling console or one of the highest selling consoles? Feels Xbox One library is cheaper. 7.9. Thing is, the X, in the Series X, like it's even at the price point. Hello there, Corm. How was it? Or is it Corm? Corm. Apologies, Corm. Why is Crimson trying to touch my Wii? Don't be. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Solicitous rumors. Hello there, Chalk. Welcome. It's not, but Killzone. It's like, look, it's what is that realistically in 729? Let me Google what's that in euros. Hold on now. 729 AUD to euro. That's actually a good deal if it's the Series X, Killzone. That comes out around 400 euro. That's a very good deal. I'm not that guy, Crimson. Oh, it was like the Wii was fucking, it was some next level stuff. Like, honestly, next level. Oh, yeah, no, same, yeah. I had a lot of family members that, like, the Wii was like, this is pretty fucking cool. The Wii. Why'd you trying to sell the Did they just call it the yes in France? We pushed the bridge the gap to the older gen. It was very commendable. Just don't we on your way. It was also, yeah, it was very, it came with a fucking free game that was arguably one of the coolest fucking free games. That is fairly. See, I've been waiting, been looking at the, like, worse than Wii Sports Resort. Wii Sports Resort was cool. Get a little attention, a little attachment, so you could play, you know. Although my least fondest memory was the Wii telling me I was obese. Like, thanks, Wii. Fucking spending 80 quid for a fucking balance board. Tell me I should lose fucking weight, asshole. Charges you for the... What the fuck? Nintendo is like one of those companies where, like, I'm honestly surprised, like, how much they get away with, like, just how anti-consumer they are, you know? You get pizza after work. Damn right you should. I got some pepperoni pizza today. It was very nice. I usually find pepperoni over here very hit and miss, because it's not really like an Irish thing like pepperoni. Having the balance board locks you out of the game until you lose weight. No, I'll get the handheld. No, the thing is what Lee's talking about, Killzone, is the supposedly the new console's coming. Now we don't know when or where, but you're probably better off holding out a little bit just to see. I mean, to see whether or not it's actually going to be, you know, because usually when the new console comes out, usually they drop the price. Vertical stand for the separate. Yeah, like, it is crazy. The Switch controller broke 3 times. Oh, yeah, like, I mean, it's the same with Xbox. My girlfriend got me, I've gone through so many controllers because they, like, Xbox worth how much money, and they won't put in fucking Hall effect joysticks. Like, I'm able to get a wired controller from, what is this brand called? GameSir. Yeah, it's a very good company. Reply to my email, GameSir. We can work together. It's got, like, Hall effect triggers, joysticks, extra buttons, and it's cheaper than a Series X controller. Proof that crazy baloney is real. What's crazy baloney? I've seen baloney, and I'm going to be honest with you. It doesn't look like a meat I would be intent on eating. Although saying that, I eat corned beef. Also, I found out something kind of interesting. Apparently, despite Ireland making a lot of beef, most corned beef in Ireland comes from Brazil. Apparently, Brazilian cows aren't as, like, high quality, which is like, fuckers feeding off the Amazon. How are they not high quality? Mega for the PlayStation. I think that's one of the main kind of arguments that can be made against this. The PlayStation controller is very, very good. Zelda King is going to end up going 3 controller for a beat to get. Oh, Jesus. Calling something bullshit. Baloney? Ah. Because it sounds Italian. But I feel like if you ask an Italian to give you the baloney, they'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Also, meat named after the city. Oh, is there a city? Well, it's like mincemeat paste that was formed to shape, kind of. And don't get me wrong, Spam is very nice. I quite like Spam. Think we're getting an next DLC Shadow Drop, the Game Awards? Fucking hope not. I don't want to watch the Game Awards. Probably, though. More than likely. Luxury spam? Spam is not fucking cheap. It's like the end of December, I think, or the end of November. I can palm a back ball. I like to control them much more. Yeah. What is palm a back ball? Oh, basketball. I'm so much say. December 11th. Can't be as bad as a kebab. Hey, now, no, don't be disrespecting kebabs. Mona's not here to defend it. Kebabs are fucking banging. Absolutely banging. I mean, I think it depends. Like, if you go, I don't know what it's like over in England, but over there, it's sort of hit and miss. Sometimes they'll just have, you know, like the usual kind of shaved shit that, like, it's not even like cut off of anything. It's just basically frozen chunks of meat that they throw on the fryer. But then sometimes it's actually like good. They have like the thing. Big Mac is my go-to. Look at this fancy gentleman. I wish I lived close enough to a McDonald's that would open. That's like one place that I don't think ever wants to open 24 hours over here late. Because there'd be like a fear of just shit hitting the absolute fan. If you can see the lamb spoon on the counter, if you can't. Yeah, see, there's some places where you can. One thing they say lacks is chicken fillet roll, spice bags, rock shandy, and tato. I'm not a fan of rock shandy or, like, well, I suppose it depends. I don't like that everything... Hello there, Xander. I don't like to... Vienna is famous for... Is Vienna the sausage? As a child... I always got confused with there's like an ice cream brand called Viennetta, which in hindsight's kind of annoying. It's basically like, imagine like ice cream with like flakes of chocolate in it. Very disgusting. I always thought it came from there. Still can't even mac it up from there. Yeah, they have cheese injected. Oh, see, our sausage industry needs to get the shit going. Like, we only use pork sausages. We don't use like anything nicer. And it's like, I want the nicer sausages, you know? Chicken sausage. Never had a chicken sausage. See, I think usually, like, over here, I think they tend to... Actually, I don't know. Because, like, there's always the thing where, like, we have pure Angus sausages injected with pepper. Ooh, that sounds very nice. Yeah, see, I don't know if, like, over here, if the strat is they just put the cheap shit in the chocolate, the cheap stuff in it, but I'm assuming they wouldn't. But then why would anyone like opt to have like rashers or bacon over a sausage? Like, bacon tastes far better than a sausage. They call it Kaiskraner? Kaiskraner? By everywhere, I haven't heard of it before moving here, but I absolutely love it. Ooh. Oh, don't get me wrong, sausages can be fucking amazing. I ain't disrespecting the good old-fashioned sausage. But I feel like sometimes they're just a bit, you know... Bacon is, you can't go wrong. Some cream cheese wrapped in... Oh... Like, I found out recently, your chicken fried steak isn't... I, for some reason, always assumed it was they would take, like, chicken, beat it into a pulp and put it around a steak and then fry it. But chicken fried steak, basically, is just deep fried steak in a batter. Have you ever reviewed the clothing by... I have not, negligent. I need to get into doing that just because originally I didn't review them because they weren't on both Xbox and PC. That's kind of one of my main reasons where I don't touch them. But I think now they're shrink wrap clothing. What the fuck? Range horror. All right. We talking like Tesco level, Lee? Like what the fuck? Ever have? I had a jalapeno popper. I have had one of them. Very, very nice. It gets the job done. That's why mums go to Iceland. How am I going to... Hope it doesn't work with the Mantis Ballistic Crossbow. Did you ever write a review of the Argos? I mean to check. I did 2 reviews on it, and I still think that that was one of the most ambitious projects ever. I don't know if they're still working on it, because I know that they were, supposedly they pulled away from Starfield because it wasn't giving them the profits they were hoping for, I think, and again, this is just rumors. But I heard that they're still kicking around, which I hope they are. Because I got to see some of, like, the stuff they were making. And it was very, very, very fucking cool. I feel like that mod and, what's the other one? What's the other one called? Is it called? I need a review of it, but I can't remember what it was called. The Safe House mod was like one of the cooler ones in terms of like what it adds to the game. I think Tennessee has a mining one. That's it. Thank you, Lee. The Safe House, very full. Like, there's been so many updates throughout the years. Like, which that's realistically, I like credit to the mod author, still putting out updates and stuff for something that ultimately was good from the beginning. Sound awesome. The game has such potential. See, that's what we'll tell you, the mods we're making are always point. Oh yeah, Kingath does some good stuff. There's a good few mod authors like Kingath. It's not meant to be a pod racer, but it's something. Potentially. Are there new ones for Force or something? I think I will have a review of the Mr. Gutsy bag out tomorrow. All right, Canine, have a good one. Catch you later. We want some achievement friendly. Achievement friendly ones, it's going to be interesting because a lot of mod authors still aren't too keen on the whole idea of, like achievement friendly content. They would kind of much rather stuff be a little bit more, how would you say, or they just kind of prefer things half with hab. Yes, half with habs would be fucking amazing. See, that's something I will say. Like, there is a part of me that kind of understands it as an achievement whore, right? I love my achievements. Achievements allow me to get, like stuff, I'm very, very, very happy with the achievements. But, like, at the same time, find achievement friendly, because Bethesda that is very true, Michael. That is, I found out that the fucking hard way. Like, I think ultimately this whole achievement friendly thing needs to die in the fucking gutter because Bethesda can't even hold their own mods to standard. And like you're saying, Raffin, just earn your fucking achievements beforehand. Make a separate save, you know? Like, it's not a race. You know, you can play as many hours as you want or as little hours you want. You don't need to get those achievements all in one day. And if you want to get the achievements, you know, like, they're not... Do mods, period. Yeah, that's the best way to look at it. Hear me all kind of different flavor brat. Ooh, I'd love to have some like proper bratwurst. I need to like look around. Oh, it wants to be broken up into small stuff. Nice, nice setup. Very nice. I need hey. No, we don't need a deck corp one. We need dish one. Anyway, the achievements for all, but I'm Shattered Space. I couldn't care. Well, some of the achievements for Shattered Space are a bit fucking frustrating, to put it plainly. A mass German community and immigrant German pubs and restaurants. It's like what's that one thing? It is like Fashnacht in Fallout. It was awesome. Some of the parts are just so big. See, to be fair with Mattia and a lot of them sort of stuff, like they're kind of intending that you as the creator will be using kind of other modded parts if you catch the drift. Made a ship called No Mods, so save name. Yeah, that's the best way to do it. Lone Wolf is just something like that, so you're you're kind of in the clear. You still haven't been able to get into it? Just honestly, just hunker down, put some music on, breathe through some of the early quests. Some of the early stuff is probably a little bit monotonous, but like it gets good. Oh yeah, bro, I play the game mostly solo. You can join like crews and stuff if you like really want to, but there's no incentive or need. Personally. You just do whatever you want to do. Because you'll have a couple of storylines. You'll have the base storyline of the game. You'll have the Settlers and Raiders. You'll have the Brotherhood of Steel. Is there any else? Oh, I would definitely recommend it, Prismatica. Like 76s. It's such a good game, and it has come on so much. I highly recommend it. I definitely would recommend it to anybody that's looking to get into a game in the next little while, because when the new update comes out, she's going to be a banger. An absolute banger. The question is, right, do we... Awesome, I use pretty much all of them, just not creative, so I can't use them. That is fair. Like, a lot of them, the thing is, with a lot of ship parts and stuff, I just find you just gotta throw stuff at a wall and see what sticks. I think I made attempts to review that before, Raffin, but I feel like there was some issue with it. Yes, that is when the new update with the ghouls coming. There's a new section of the map. They're expanding it to the left. Burning Springs, I think it's called, which looks really cool. Needs to publish solo version of BR and season stuff. They do. They 100% do. Like, me and the woman were doing the Battlefield quests, the Battle Royale, and we just threw ourselves into the fucking fire. It's just unnecessary. Owl does really good work. I mean, yeah, that's very true, Paul. I can play 76 with no NPCs and everyone's selling two-shot legendaries. Well, now there is NPCs, and people are probably trying to sell you overeaters. Care about achievements are cool, but at the end of the day, I just And that's fair. Usually, I'm the sort of person where, like, if I truly enjoy a game, I will try and 100% it just because it's nice to be like, yeah, I finished that game. Um, there is a lot, to be fair, there's a lot of, I was contemplating life. Two shot. Now I think now everything's kind of balanced. You can kind of you can build your character into anything. It's definitely gonna break something. Try to get the general shape down. And then we're going to we're gonna be adding some more stuff. I'll have to go down all the way to the bottom. I think that Bethesda need to be overhauling the shipbuilding system personally. Like, I think that like the sort of stuff we tend to see currently with like the shipbuilder configurator. I think they very much need to there we go. They need to just incorporate it into the base game. Here. I don't know why it isn't. Why it isn't a vanilla feature, to be completely honest with you. It's like one of those things that's just really... Ooh, okay. It's just one of those things, like, it's really stupid that it's, like, it's not the... What is that even snapping to? Why are you snapping there? Need to be over more. Ship is missing dockers, needs fuel tanks. These are fuel tanks. These supposed to be... Oh, shit. Oh, I agree. I 100% agree. I feel like they had no idea, and they were just like, holy shit. People like our ships? What? And that's partially because, like, with Fallout 4, nobody really liked the, You gotta use my little greebly. There's a lot of stuff that I feel like Bethesda should be going back and kind of God damn it, I didn't want someone to say that. Every time I go to, like, build a ship that I think looks somewhat unique, like, that looks like the Razor Crest, which, to be fair, the Razor Crest is kind of generic, so it makes sense. But yeah, like, there's certain things like the ship limit and stuff. Like, it's clear Bethesda put the ship limit in for certain reasons, like at launch because of, reasons. But, like, what's the reason now, Bethesda, Is there a reason, Bethesda, or are you just fucking, you afraid of some stuff? Bum, bum, bum. Ooh. The new turtle ship. I want to see new cockpits, new like actual bridges, like for military vessels, like something that's like actually, for military vessels, not just like, oh, this is for this, I see. It is like the shipbuilding, like the mechanics are very, 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 very cool. And like that's a bet, but they're like Bethesda should be proud of some of the stuff they achieved with this game, considering like when you think of the creation of Bethesda, you know, like they don't ever try to rock the boat with their stuff. It's always very much like let's just go where we go, you know? Docker. We will put a Docker. Can I put you there? You actually function there, though? Oh, you will. Nice. Now, what we need to do is we need to make her sleeker, faster, sexier. Like, having, like, actual bridges that are, like, you know, like, you've got the battle, what is it called? Like the battle station. Why can't I like to see level cap reactor to power levels appropriate to the reactor? A level. Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah. And like I feel like look, it would be the battle stations, yeah. Like it'd be obviously it'd be taking a page out of other games, but like let us customize our ship stuff. Like let us like modify, like have like a legendary system or like a trait system for ship weapons, for ship shields, for ship engines. Like imagine like my engines are way faster, but I don't have a boost. Or my engines are a lot slower, but I can boost further. Or my shields... How is the stop killing game movement going to affect modding? Didn't the stop killing games thing, didn't that die? Or no? Imagine like shields that are like more susceptible or more like more protected against EM and stuff. Just reasons to kind of, you know, make our ships feel more unique. I want railguns that can penetrate shields. I was to make starborn ships. Well, to be honest, I think that the interior ship designs on a lot of the ships are quite interesting. Like, you have to understand that, like, the mechanics of the ship, like the fact that you have, like, this interior cell that moves and you can move with you and fly through space and you can land on planets. Like, it's not a simple thing. And again, I'm not trying to hype up Bethesda, but, like, they did a very, very, very good job with it. Just they didn't really capitalize. Yeah, it reached the European Parliament. I agree 100%. Get rid of particles, bring back plasma. Plasma should have been like, there should be plasma weapons where it's basically particle style damage, so it does both ballistic and energy, but it's slower. What did the UK government? The UK government is, they're very much not on the side of the internet dweller these days. I did see some of the action figures. They look very cool. Well, see, because, like, it's like, scientifically speaking, what determines a particle weapon? Like, particle is like, when we think kinetic and energy, and then energy is like laser. And technically plasma. Like, when I first signed on, you were saying something about Wiz missing a confession at the beginning. By expecting a meme. I am probably no. What did you think of my? What did you think, Doc? Of my? You know, it had to be said, you know, it had to be said. A super accelerated, a particle is being fired. Hold on. Hello, Nicholas. Weapon overhaul, where auto cannons fire an incredibly high rate. Damn right, yes. Like, where's my Gatling? Like, I want, like, some Expanse sort of PDCs, right? Like, I want sort of the thing that will do fucking negligible damage to the hull, or to the shield. But once that shield is down, just completely poke holes through it. Like, I feel like, if Bethesda could do it, like overhauling the ship combat to make it more, like, give us more options, you know, like make it like I want more variety. Like, instead of it just being right, just put on some plasmas or some lasers and you're good, you know. Like, I don't want bullet sponges. Like, imagine like say for instance, like imagine when you're fighting like individual engines, you could lose individual engine power. So like your ship would like lose its ability to kind of self-right itself, and it would like fly kind of stupidly, or like sections of the shielding. And again, you could tweak all this, like give a gameplay option for people that don't really feel like doing all that. All right, Rory, have a good one. Trying to line this up. I want to try and make these wings look sexy. Right, so that's that one, but we need to move it forward. Bum, bum, bum. Say it once, I'll say it again. Wiz, you've ruined the shipbuilder for me, you know that? In a good way. Oh, no. There you go, perfect. All I know is I've never had Nintendo break into my home and take back any of the cartridges they stopped supporting. Not yet. Give them time. Where's the snap point on this? Good, snap point's there. That look. The cannons, like like just more guns. Like it's hard to believe that like the UC Navy like was some sort of threat. Like when like what do they have? Like the fucking, you telling me like the only really like kind of like OP, like the highest caliber weapon they have in the game currently is essentially just a goddamn it's a, what would you call it? What is it? Like it's the cannon that, you know, that cannon, the defense cannon. Like really, that's it. Like, where's the capital ship weapons? Like, we need capital ship weapons. Like, how, like, the Vigilance should have been, like, it should have had a cannon powerful enough to, like, basically to just instantly delete ships. But obviously, for balancing purposes, because you know, like, how it is. Like, turbo lasers and Star Destroyers, like, they're powerful, but, you know, like, if you swarm them, they're not going to be able to kill it. Well, actually, that's not true. Turbo lasers are, I think turbo lasers are technically made to be anti-ship weapons. What's an alternative? I'm trying to think. What would be pretty, like in Halo, Mac cannon is all like straight away what I'm thinking. Like the Mac cannons or the coil guns. The Pillar of Autumn has like several coil gun turrets that are like designed to be like capital ship, anti-capital ship weapons. The sniper cannon is very, very cool, like incredibly cool. Wiz, what's the weight tolerance on these pylons? You think it could hold a couple of ton while doing some high G maneuvers? Or am I going to lose some engines trying to drag race out of New Atlantis? The EM cannon is a really cool idea, and like there's so many ways they might bend slightly. All good. As long as they bend a little bit, don't snap. Like, if they wanted to go that route of like, okay, we don't want to have like these doomsday sort of weapons. Oh, Asgard beam weapons. Oh, hell yeah. Like, they could easily have done like kind of like large caliber EM weapons. Like, imagine if, let's say, like, because with the armistice, maybe there's rules against it. Maybe legally speaking, they're not allowed to make weapons larger than C class, because you get to like, if you made an M class weapon, it could technically be a weapon of mass destruction, like a planet killer. So they're only allowed, like the armistice maybe makes it so they're only allowed to use M class like EMP weapons, and they could still be viable, you know. I wish missiles were slow but incredible. Oh, yes. So, like, a few people have tried to do, like, the torpedo thing, and, like, that's something I would love to see. Like, different sort of missiles, like in Stellaris, you've got torpedoes, you've got standard missiles, right? And then you, like, you branch out, you've got, like, swarm missiles that are designed to, like, overload point defense. Speaking of Stellaris, I get the feeling, but still... I mean, it would definitely... I mean, an EMP anywhere would do a lot of damage. Be big. But maybe not fuel efficient. Well, that's kind of what you would, like, assume. Again, like, given the fact that the UC Navy, for the most part, like, you know, there's got the vigilance and stuff, and I feel like I'd love to know, like, a little bit more lore. Like, how expensive was it to make the vigilance? And, like... like when you see the pictures in the like area about the colony war, you know, in the memorial, there's like pictures of a lot of different ships that look very militarized. Like, I feel like nowadays there is very few actual like, or there's no military based ships. Like, every ship is technically a multi-role, you know, like it's, and again, I have no proof of that at all, but it just feels like that to an extent, you know. Like, you look at some of the stuff and you're like, what is this? This doesn't even make sense. Like, where's the, like, actual ships? Had to end battles fast. Can't do battles of attrition. I did see the new Stargate season. I'm very excited about that. I love me some Stargate. Yeah, the sniper count is very fucking cool. Very cool. I remember in my initial review, I was like, maybe tone it down a slight bit. People in the comments like, don't you fucking dare, Crimson. Leave it the way it is. I'm like, okay. Fine. I'm just bad. Which, to be fair, I think it was just a case of, you know, I'm not used to it, you know, like once... Like, again, like, imagine if combat was more like, there was more to it than just like, uh-oh. All right, we're getting shot by something. Oh, it's just particles. Well, see, I would wager, Raptor, that a lot of that stuff has been phased out. And again, Stargate won a recently poll best sci-fi show. Yes, Stargate, in my opinion, is one of the best, if not the best, sci-fi shows ever. Stargate Atlantis. Oh, hey, yeah. I love the Wraith. They're so, like, look, they're pretty fucking generic. Oh no, they feed on people, but they're so fucking cool and so fucking scary. Like, the size of the Wraith. But yeah. To be fair, I have a little bit of faith in Amazon, only because they brought The Expanse back from the dead. When you see the Halo ship's Crimson, you're gonna faint. I know that they're working on it. They need to come on Xbox and be like proper things. What am I gonna put there? Oh yeah, no, Covenant ships are fucking massive. The Covenant always went big. Middle X-Pack, Terran Armada might be. Building maybe. Combat, a rogue faction, left or separately left behind. Atlantis, agree. Doc, it was so fucking good. A lot more space battles in it. Oh, so fucking cool. The darts and stuff. Bombers. Well, the thing is, like, because like ships are so multi-role, you don't really need them, you know. Like, there is no, and I don't know if it was Bethesda's design philosophy or just they didn't really know much, but like, there's no classification of like weaponry and ships, you know. Like, we've got ABC class. That's just a way to kind of like time gate the player so that you don't instantly get the best stuff. Like, I wish Bethesda would go back and overhaul some of that so that, like, A-class ships are way faster, but way weaker, whereas C-class ships are extremely slow, but they are super durable. No, it's for Atlantis to Atlantis. I do use Darkfire or Dark Universe Crossfire. I've been rocking that mod from the get-go. It is absolutely phenomenal. I've made some sort of weird hybrid. See, I never liked Stargate Universe. I tried watching it. It just felt very adult. Like, they tried to... I feel like they tried to... We need some Tayo pieces. You need to hurry up, Wiz. We need those fucking Tayo pieces, please. The lack of Tayo is just very, very frustrating. Can I snap something on the bottom of that? Maybe not. What other pieces could I put there? Asgard were pretty badass. If the UC ships fly into space, that's the Navy. But they fly in atmosphere, does that make them the Air Force? No. Actually, there is. I don't believe there's a UC Air Force. So I'm going to assume that the air is. That would be. I'm gonna guess it would be UC Army if I had to make an assumption, because we know there's the UC Army, there's the UC Navy, there's SysDef. There is USEC. Why Wiz is going to transform them and make them like premium space wieners. 100% Vienna wiener. But yeah, because like, look, I understand it. Like I mean, even to this day, right? Like, there's still stuff we don't know about Elder Scrolls and we don't know about Fallout. But I really wish Bethesda would like just sit down, get some good. Like, I'm not saying the writers are bad, because I mean they're not. They've come up with some good lore for certain things, but they just need to kind of like, you know, like give us like a basis of like what's going on. Like, a lot of the people playing this game, like, we're fanboys of, like, the military sort of thing. We love the shipbuilding. We love the, you know, the sort of stuff like that. Like, little lore blurbs, like, you know, like, about, like, the various elements of it. We know nothing behind it. Blue, it is Star Law. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, are the Star Laws supposed to be, like, it kind of sounds a bit like, the Star Law Raffin sounds to me like some sort of like almost like what are the guys the federal marshals, the ones that like are on planes. Like, I just imagine they're the ones that would like hunt down, yeah, like the no, not the military police, no, like they're the ones that would kind of they you know, like, oh no, the criminals are off the ground, well, we can't do that. Star Law are like, we're going for them. The Infused Navy are basically home system. Yeah, they are. Yep. I do have Fredo edibles. What the fuck? Where do you get Fredo edibles? What the fuck? The Trackers Alliance was 100% made with the intent to try and get mod authors to use like paid mods, you know, to use it as a basis for paid mods. And it didn't go the way it should have, and it's sad. And I really hope the Bethesda themselves will overhaul that system, because I think it's a very cool system. Any idea what I can put here, or do I need to put anything here? Let's give it a color. The two on Interpol, that would be kind of what I would kind of see them like, Doc, where like they're very much. I mean, then you have Aegis, which Aegis is supposed to be the CIA, but I mean, I don't see them. There's not many fucking colonies you could destabilize currently. Tayo is where I took most of the creative freedom, and I hope it works for you. I based it on Arborin. Yeah! Arborin, 100%, 100%. I mean, Tayo currently doesn't have its, like, it doesn't really have its own design philosophy. Like, you see, or the Deimos, very militarized, very rugged. It's got, like, wing pieces, it's got spines, but it's very militarized. Stroud is very kind of, like, curved, like, think space planes. And then you've got Nova, which is kind of like a mix between, like, early NASA. So, like, giving, like, Tayo should always be, like, sleek, you know, like, not sleek, but sexy. Like, I feel like a Tayo ship should be 3 times expensive as their you know, as their predecessor. But, like, you feel happy when you buy a Tayo because you can brag about it. Look like inflatables. It is weird because, like, there's definitely, like, some logic to the whole stuff with Tayo. Like, you could, like, I've seen a few people say, like, oh, like, Tayo is, like, they're designed so they can be, like, taking off from water. And you're like, there's logic there. I can see it, you know? Because that's the other thing. Like, where are Tayo producing their ships? Hello there, Mona. Welcome. Welcome. Michael and Todd. Or Trident eventually fits in. I feel like Trident is definitely going to be, and I do hope it has to touch on it. I think Trident needs to have its own stuff. Currently, I think it's reusing assets. Oh, 100%, damn right. Like, Nova Galactic is like, you know, like it's the Nova Galactic's like the it's the Honda Civic, it's the Toyota, you know? Stroud is kind of like, what would you say Stroud would be? Stroud would be like a kind of, you know, like the kind of things that look like supercars, like the Toyota Celica, which it isn't a supercar, but it looks like a supercar. And then, like, you've got Hope Tech, which is like, you like your Ford F-150s and your Toyota Hiluxes. None are the Rolls Royce. Stroud is your Rolls Royce. I wouldn't go that far. Stroud is nice, don't get me wrong. But still a lot of work to be done with it. Nova is a lore-friendly homage to Star Wars. That makes a lot of sense. It was Balenciaga. Bit of a Tesla vibe from Stroud. I was never sure if Stroud was supposed to be more expensive canonically. Tayo is supposed to be the one more expensive. I think Stroud Eklund is supposed to be, like, affordable. And the way they can afford so much is just the fact that they have so much to begin with. Like, I think Hope Tech, I don't know, like, Hope Tech ships aren't fucking cheap, but they're reliable. And then Deimos is Deimos, you know? Oh, that's pretty cool. You can do that in a couple of other mods too. Hummer. Oh god. Oh yeah. Old school. I got Balenciaga trainers off Vinted fake ones, but they said bolognese on them. Jesus Christ, Mona. Fucking bolognese. Are you serious? Only fucking you, Mona. Only you. What color do we want the black to be? Deimos is forward. It's like, you know when you play GTA and, like, you've got, like, the various different companies that are based on other companies. What are the military? Yes, they were. It's a little bit unfair though, Fernos, because, like, the reason Deimos won is because they survived. See, a lot of the interiors are very lacking. Like, when you realize that, like, and again, like, I'm gonna probably say something here, and this is not meant to be a slight in any way, but the person that created the interiors for Nova, which are arguably some of the nicer interiors, was like a mod author working freelance. And I feel like mod author's not the right term, because like clearly they're beyond mod author that. But like it's like, again, it's like Bethesda must have thought so little, and not again, not taking no disrespect to the mod author at all. Eleonora did, I believe, most of the interiors for Nova Galactic, and I believe she did some other ones. I'm not sure which, but it's like, again, that makes me think like, was the reason Bethesda got like a freelancer to do it is because they didn't really believe in it themselves? Like, that's partially why we have like an overlap. We have Stroud and Tayo, or Stroud and Deimos looking the same. And all right, Raptor, have a good one. And then you have Hope Tech and Tayo. Like it just didn't translate well into the game, and I kind of wish it did. Oh no, whoa, shit, what did I just do? And look, I don't even know the first thing when it comes to game development. So like maybe that's a common thing. Like in the maybe that's common. I don't know, I get that. Like I get it. Again, nothing against that. I just think like it's like, again, it's like shipbuilding is the biggest, in my opinion, one of the coolest parts of this game, right? Bethesda, every step of the way, they've like kind of done nothing really to it. And obviously they said they're going to be improving it, and I do hope they do, you know? Like an overhaul to the interior so they actually feel different, you know, would be very, very nice. What else would I think? What else? Like, I mean, I would have loved to have seen some fucking House for Rune. Give us some House for Rune, please, colors. Well, I think I think it's just weird to me, like, that Bethesda like didn't, like, they didn't kind of just, and I wonder, like, is it because they thought, oh, this is going to be another instance where we're going to make these ships and people aren't going to like them because they didn't like the outpost system or the settlement system, to which, like, going back now, it's probably pretty, like, ironic because, like, look, I think the settlement system is fucking awesome. And I think most people would agree. You have three fingers pointing you. Okay, that's not... It was a rumor. No, I think Amanda's real. Comfy, like, swallow the pillows, yeah. Would have made sense for there to be house manufacturers since they're so isolated. That's what I mean. Like, because even like the lore, because we know that, look, they steal ships shit early on, but it's like, they're technologically advanced. They're the ones, I believe, personally, right? They're the ones that first created particle weapons, and Ryujin stole them and reverse engineered them. But like, why are House Faru not having, like, they should, like, I mean, they had fucking teleportation technology. That's a question, Negligent, I have been asking myself, because, like, again, I'm a shill for Bethesda. I love Bethesda, right? As much as I like criticizing them. But it does feel kind of frustrating. Can we just say there's a difference? No offense to anyone. I do, but I do agree with that, Mona. Like, that's kind of why. Like, I feel like there, look, there's definitely, like, when it comes to, I'm trying to fucking build this. This last part's being finicky. I'm trying to figure out how it works. Like, Bethesda is supposed to be this AAA company, right? Now, you would expect them, it's like an example, like, look at Watchtower. Like, look at what King Gath did with Watchtower, right? Look what his team did. That was fucking phenomenal. Bethesda should be able to put out something. If we're just going off of how much Bethesda are worth compared to, I don't know what King Gath's worth, but you would expect them to be able to put out something that would blow Watchtower out of the water. And I'm assuming King Gath, the team, would love that because, you know, like, they clearly love the fucking games they work on. You know, like, Bard's College was fucking phenomenal. Sim Settlement, I need to play the other one. Like, it's just like... It's just like Bethesda need to come out swinging. They need to show people that they're fucking Bethesda game studios and that they still have it. And a lot of people don't think they still have it. A lot of people think that they, you know, like, oh, Bethesda are a thing of the past. And I'm going to be honest with you, the way things are moving, it feels like that. It does feel like that, but I'm still hopeful. Maybe I am naive, you know, but I love my shipbuilder. Sim Salmon, like they're just yeah. See, I don't think realistically, I don't think King Gath or I don't know who sorry, I'm not familiar with Legacy of the Dragonborn, but I'm assuming Ice Cream Assassin is the creator. They wouldn't want to do that because they're perfect where they are now because they have full creative freedom. And this is the problem with these big, huge game companies. You lose the creative freedom. Like you look at, I've never played that Expedition 33. But I seen interviews from the guys from Expedition 33 and was the guys behind Stray. They were ex-Ubisoft employees, and they said that they would not have been able to have those games come out if they were with Ubisoft, because the creativity, it stops. There's no, like, it seems like in game studios these days, the only people that are allowed creative insight is the very higher ups, you know. And I'm just speculating here. I have no inside information. Like Halo is a good instance of like where clearly there is a little bit more creative flow, but it's not lining up, you know? What do you mean Bethesda's schedule? Like it just feels like a lot of these game development companies, they just need a reset, you know? Like just back to the drawing board. And just see what happens, you know?
Say that, but the lack of focus on all my creations are shambles. When a game is good, is when the devs have enough freedom to make huge impact in the game.
We finished the base game.
Pokemon's why the
Well, the thing is that, and that's part of it, Mona. Like, there is mod authors out there, again, doing good job, but a lot of them, yeah. And it's like, yeah. Ooh, oh, I know that mod. Negligence. I know that mod. Now that you mentioned that. Like, is fighting itself, figuring itself out. There's always friction between the artist and the business side. And I really hope the artists win and not the business. Because, look, see, here's the thing, right? I've said this many times. Todd, Tim, Jeremy, Janine, you know, various Bethesda. We don't mind collectively paying for content, okay? If you want to charge us for, like, you know, like Wasteland Workshop style mini DLCs, we'll pay it. You want to charge us for like DLC content, like, you know, like Dragonborn, or sorry, expansions like Dragonborn and Fire Harbor, we'll pay it. You know, like, we have no problem paying for it. And it's very clear that the 6 people left playing Starfield are willing to get their wallet out, because a lot of the time they're so fed up with no content that they'll get their wallet out to buy a fucking shit mod about fucking zombies that doesn't even make sense, you know? And it's like, just fucking go back to what it was, Bethesda. Charge us money. Do DLCs every, like, couple of months, expansions twice a year. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like, it's the people here now, yeah, you're probably not going to make bank. You know, you're not going to become the next fucking, you know, the next Elon Musk off of us. But, like, you'll be able to keep the lights on, surely. Oh, it is weird, 100%, Diplomat. It just feel like that.
devs are developing the entire game are developing a specific tiny piece. I don't know why defend but Todd's vision was clear, not focused.
And that's and again, like, that's, I think that's it too. Like Todd, like, I do feel like Todd had some fucking crazy ideas, and I think they pulled off some good shit. Like, you think of, like, you go from Skyrim or Fallout, right? A game where, for the most part, it's quite linear, you know? Like, it has some good open world elements, but, like, nothing too crazy. You know, vehicles don't exist in it. To this, we have spaceships that are modifiable houses that we can use for combat. We can customize the interior and exterior, build them whatever we want. We can bring them to planets and stuff. Like, it's groundbreaking what they did, right? But then there's other elements like dozens of planets. Like, we don't need that many planets. We don't need nearly 100 systems. Like, it's a cool idea when you think about it, but unless you can fill every single one of those systems with handcrafted areas, it's just not worth it. Build the canvas, now paint. That's what I mean. And they could do, there's so much there, right? They could do fucking anything. They could, like, with how the Unity is and how open-ended it is, It is trying to be everything. And who did I see recently? I don't know if it might have been Tim Kaine, potentially Tim Kaine, said that the problem nowadays, and this could be someone completely else, but I know someone did say it. The problem nowadays is games are trying to cater to everyone, and they shouldn't. Games should always cater to a certain type of people, and I've been saying that for fucking years. Like, look at Battlefield. Battlefield is, I still think Battlefield's gameplay is phenomenal, but they're trying so hard to cater to the COD fans, to everyone, right? You look at Halo. Halo is trying to cater to everyone. This game, they were trying to cater to a lot of people, you know, like... And I think that there's no problem like having some level of inclusivity, trying to bring more people in, but you do not forget the core fans who have been with you from the start, right? And the problem is a lot of the fans of Bethesda are not fans of this game. Like, people that like Starfield are a kind of a minority in the Bethesda community, and I don't blame them, you know? Like, as much as I love Starfield, it doesn't stand on its, you know, like, you've got Fallout and Elder Scrolls standing on their 2 feet, you know? Starfield is a single stump. That's it, you know, and that stump is a solid stump of shipbuilding and Aurora, but that's what it is, you know? Exactly, and there is games that will try to cater to that. Bethesda should not be trying to cater to that, you know? Like, Bethesda have been slowly moving the goalpost a little bit. You look at every iteration of their newest game. Like, look at the jump from Oblivion to Skyrim. They became more. The game was more approachable. Way more people enjoyed Skyrim than Oblivion. That's fine, you know, adding to stuff. The jump from Skyrim to Fallout, like, Fallout added like these modular weapons and stuff. They catered into the gunplay. Again, that's not like that's fine, you know. But you can't miss what it is that makes these games the reason they are like, you know, this is a Bethesda game. I'm expecting janky shit that just fucking works. A pretty decent role-playing game, good dialogue, and a decent story. The main story doesn't have to be good. Bethesda's main stories were never fucking good. They were average at best. The main stories are more of a device, a plot device to make the player maneuver around the map and explore. But some of the side quests, that's where fucking Bethesda shine. Like Far Harbor, phenomenal fucking side quests, you know? Like, I mean, Dragonborn was phenomenal side quests. All the things really put me off. The reskin old game is so bad. Yeah. I was trying to make COD, trying to bring in Fortnite. Bugs are okay. And we got content. The idea of Bethesda is selling mods. Morrowind lock you out of every house when you choose one choice matters, but a lot of newer games want every option always available. And this is the problem you will have to, like, Bethesda are ultimately going to have to choose by. Got my money's worth. I think they did a good job. I'm over. And don't get me wrong, like, I too definitely got my money's worth, Michael. I get frustrated because they're squandering something that could be so much bigger, you know? Oh, and that's, again, Prismatica. I'm not saying that it's, you know, there's, if you like it, that's perfectly fine. I like what they tried to do with the story. I think we need more content to explain it better. A lot of stuff still up in the air. But yeah, no, but again, Mona, like, we need Bethesda content. Like, that's just what it is. Just like to have Starfield as is, main Cyclops cruise ship plus better actual space. So that's yeah. But like what you were saying, Doc, like, that's the choice they're going to have to make. Like, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, I am a fan of the idea of them adding like this whole like seamless kind of traveling in system, right? Like Elite Dangerous, like Mass Effect. I know a lot of people aren't going to like that, and Bethesda are going to have to make a stand at some point. They're going to have to be like, okay, we're either going to play into this whole thing or we're going to not. They need to stop trying to please everyone, you know? Like, that's kind of the whole point of the modding, isn't it? Like, if you don't like something, like, just mod it out, you know? Pretty annoyed I've got to pay for mods for item and other similars. And yeah, like, it is. And that's something where I do feel like Bethesda, again, I think Bethesda, they need to overhaul the creation system, not even in a sense of like some people shouldn't be there, more in a sense of if a mod author comes up with a really cool idea that works well and sells well, there should be a clause where Bethesda can have the option to buy that mod out and incorporate it into the base game. Like, I'm going to be honest with you, Wiz, I think your ship parts should be in the vanilla game. I think Bethesda should give you a nice check. There's a lot of very good weapon mods out there. You guys know who you are. There's a couple of good weapon mod authors. You know, there's like, not storyline. We need better quest modders. We need better quest modders. Well, I do think there is an element of that, but they're not going to be able to do everything, you know? Like, there will be points in time when, like, a mod author will come along. Like, the game could be amazing, right? They could be doing 11 out of 10 content, right? And a mod author could come along and come up with something mind-blowing and be like, holy shit, we need that, you know? Like, Anvil Studios and the drone, like, Bethesda need to be taking that on board. Some people don't like it being seamless Prismatica because they'd rather not, they'd rather have a loading screen than say, hello Gilly, by the way, than say like it taking like a couple of minutes to get from Earth to, let's say, Pluto. Exactly, X, you will please nobody. That's just how it is. I personally think that it's needed. I think that the current kind of thing of you just kind of loading screen into an area and then you combat for a few seconds, then you loading screen again. Like having a seamless travel system where you can get pulled out of combat, pulled out to do combat, pulled out to talk to people. The mods came out so quickly after release because the studio didn't go all in with literally everything relying on mods. Yeah, No Man's Sky's travel thing, yeah. It's like No Man's Sky, Elite Dangerous, kind of stuff like that. I don't mind ownership, but I wish they'd... Hiding them was also something, like the Grav Drive thingy, where's the Star Trek sort of wormhole sort of stuff, you know? And to be honest, Guilty, this is what makes it so convoluted from Bethesda's point of view, right? Because, like, I went back and has been playing some of the modded content for Fallout. The stuff they've been doing with the animation, the tools, right? For Bethesda focusing so heavily on the paid mods and the modding side of Starfield, that they're not giving the creators the tools necessary. So it's like, what are you doing? Like, if you're going to turn Starfield into this kind of like, if it's just going to become a kind of a sandbox for mod authors to make content, give them the tools, which I would like to see them give the tools, but at the same time, please make content, Bethesda. Problem in unfinished painting but an empty gallery. Starborn is a pain. It does. Like, the Starborn potential, I think we need to learn more about the Colony War. Like, I feel like by the time Starfield is done, you know, there's no more updates, there's no more 10 anniversary editions. I hope that the Starboard are somewhat explained, Unity is somewhat explained, and we at some point go back to the Colony Wars. Like, that's my minimum hope, you know? Like, because I feel like they're the big kind of key points. You know, we see the Starborn, we see the Unity, we see all these mechs. And the unique Nymph Blade. What is that, Bear? So I think a lot of stuff is quite tricky when it comes to modding. I mean, like, look... It's definitely possible though. Like King Gats, they did really good work with their mod, story wise. The Farseer, what are those? I can't remember who they're called. Almighty, I think. They have they can do good quest mods. They just need to focus on the lore of the game and not like expand out. Because I mean, look, paid mods don't need to be lore friendly, but I feel like they'd be more lore friendly. What the fuck? Serpent's Crusade. That would be a fucking sick survival mode.
Well, they aren't given tools, but there's more than most. That's why they push Fall Edition with mods, content.
Oh, like I think it's very clear that nice looking ship. All right, Michael, have a good one. Catch you later. Don't work too hard. Like the whole I mean the fact that the creations menu is causing so much strife is just it's extremely frustrating. And there's so many things I feel like Bethesda need to do to get Starfield on track, and I'm a fan of Bethesda, don't get me wrong. Keep the mystery like the first. Well, no, I do. Don't get me wrong, Lee. I want them to keep the mystery, but I want more tidbits. Like with Starborn. Like, do they die? You know, do you just respawn? Like, how does it work? Every time you die, because it's it makes it seem like even if you die, you don't forget what you did. Getting risky mods. I know. And at the end of the day, as much as I like to, you know, fire shots at this mod author and that mod author, the problem lies squarely on Bethesda, you know? And it's going to keep lying squarely on Bethesda until Bethesda overhaul a lot of stuff. You know, like the creations menu to begin with. I mean, look, it's caused other fucking Bethesda games to run like dog shit. Yeah, that's what I kind of want, Prismatica. Like a bit of explanation, just like, okay, that makes sense. We can't even choose to die. They just side shift into a reality where they didn't. Hello there, Hollow. See, again, it seems that way, but we won't ever know until Bethesda just double down, like, okay, this is how it works. Oh, that honestly, like, I want to meet the writer who developed that Serpent's Crusade, right? I want to meet them. The one who made it specifically so that you you die. And I want to be like, what was the game plan, boss? Why did you could have had the potential to have like one of the most badass sequences ever where you like again, like you literally your character fades to black, right? It like your characters you wake up. You're looking at like a weird, like distorted version of the Unity, but you can't really see. This ominous voice tells you your journey doesn't end here, Starborn. And then you just wake back up. Your character's like, and like Anasco's having some analog. Basically, you get up and you basically talk to him, and like that was like Anasco's like, what the fuck? How did that happen? And you could have an option where you could basically be like, my time was done, or you'd be like, I seen your great serpent. He says he's looking forward to meeting you. You know what I mean? Like, could have been so fucking cool. And, like, that alone, I think, like, I would have been like, holy shit, that's fucking... But no. It's just like, oh, you're dead, lol. With Starfield's ambition, its ambition is its biggest downfall. They aimed very high. Like, very, very high. It's a little fast-paced. So they might have fixed some stuff. Asco following option. Yeah, it was fucking annoying. Issue after this DLC drops, sure people play in jump mods, but this PS isn't replayable for years. That's, I mean, it's going to be very interesting to see, like, one, how the PlayStation stuff plays out. Like, is it going to be playable on PlayStation? Like, is it going to be playable, you know, like, I think that Bethesda should not. Like, they should not be putting out this game on PlayStation if there's not like modularity between the mods. Now I'm thinking, do I want to like... You guys ever use a Starborn chip? Only ever use it once. Yeah, it's pretty fucking abysmal. Recent PS5 annual break for PS. I think it's just the more players, the better. You know, like Unity was more of a consortium of multiple super entities into the great server. Exactly. But did they? No. They're like, okay, cool. I guess we never needed the Unity to begin with. But like, there's always hope. You know, we can. What does it say? What is it saying about like you shit in your hand? There's your hope. That's not the thing at all. And exactly, like there's people want to be able to play the game on the preferred system, and you know, Bethesda should fucking make it work. You know, let them play on whatever the fuck they want to play. Well, that's what I mean though, Hollow. Like with the shit that went down with why is my shield 610? I need the 28. Like the stuff going on, as the kids say. Like the stuff that happened with 28. The stuff that happened with the Fallout should not happen. Should not happen with Starfield. Like Fallout's the sort of thing, right? Where like you're not missing a whole lot currently. Like if Starfield comes out on PlayStation and you don't have access to mods, Probably be too. See, that's what I thought too, Doc. I thought they were like, with the Unity, they could have done anything. They could have done like a DLC where you go back in time to find the Colony War, a DLC where you go into the future and like you fight like some new alien threat. You know, like it could always kind of be like, you know, like how what's that one movie where like the guy spins a spinny thing about dreams.
Because they were going to rely on mods.
See, it does seem like that is the gist of it, Mona. But I just for some reason would like to think that it's not the case. Oh. You know, like I'd like to believe. Inception, thank you. You're like Inception, like basically the whole point of it is like you never really know like what's the real ending to Starfield or what's the real, you know, lore. And I mean that's how it should be. I mean, fucking with Bethesda's other games. If I can do that. Exactly. See, Mona, I am hoping you're wrong just because I want Bethesda to keep doing the game, but it does seem like the more and more we go, the less that seems the case. Juno as an event would be fucking cool.
And boy, did they hammer the point. We're in a dream. We're dreaming in a dream. We're dreaming.
I tried watching it. I couldn't understand it. There was too much going on with me. I'd reach Easter Starfield once a year. Not sure if it's still the plan. Well, no, he said that he wanted there to be more like more content, like for the other games. It was over. The best Bethesda game they've ever done. Well, see, the thing is that article, because Doc, you sent me that article. I think someone else also shared it. And, like, the article kind of catches home. Like, Bethesda, like, they do think this is the best game they've made, and it's a game they enjoy making. But the problem is like, we're not all in on the kind of what the design philosophy was, you know? Like, that's, like... Todd could have, like, in his head, this, like, idea of how the game is going to transition over time. And so in his head, he's like, oh, no, it is a good game. Like, you know, give it time and, you know, things like that. But currently, it's like, nothing's fucking happening. Like, I also think that Unity should 100% have an option where you can basically play a New Game Plus. Like, can you imagine you start back in Unity and, like, you're not with Constellation? Like, you could randomly spawn in as a UC grunt on a planet defending against a wave of terramorphs, or I was going to say an NCR sharecropper, a Freestar, like, fucking, like, plantation owner. Plantation, but never mind. I think plantation's slavery. I was watching documentaries on the American Civil War. You know, stuff like that.
Starfield.
That is a good quest line. That is actually the dream. Is a very good one. Just follow the constellation. That's. I mean, they could have done that. Just give it something different, and it's not hard. Like, I feel like that's probably one of the mods always that with Bethesda game. It's always there is those kind of alternate start mods. I think, Mona, that the shipbuilding is enough to keep me going. If they can build around the fucking shipbuilding and turn into something, you know, but then I realize that's not going to benefit most people. Like, don't get me wrong. I love the Unity story and stuff and all that, but, like, there's a part of me that would be probably satisfied with just fucking Bethesda ship parts and ship-based content. You know, now not everyone is going to like that, which that's kind of the thing that I am a little bit worried about, is that they're, you know, like, there will come a point where they're going to have to focus, if they do focus on, like, you know, anything, they're going to have to focus on other things. I don't think they're going to be amazed, but the point of giving up now. And again, I don't blame you or anyone who kind of is at that point, because Bethesda did it themselves. They, like, absolutely fucked themselves over by just not being, I mean, just not being, like, honest, you know? Like, they should have told us from the very beginning, the start of the year, look, guys, like, we have big things planned for Starfield, but it's going to take some time. And then just go from there. You know, that's all they had to fucking do. Just tell us, like, that, okay, there's going to be content coming, but it'll probably take the majority of the year to get everything straightened out. In the meantime, here's some free weapons, or some free ship parts, or something easier. It's a bit of pleasure beta testing. This stuff is basically like any other. It is. And, like, the whole thing is, it's not even unique to Starfield anymore. Like, fucking No Man's Sky got the shipbuilder update, like, what? Like, fucking, like, a couple of months ago? It's already gone its second expansion. Todd, what are you doing? Fucking give us our content. They are terrible, and they could definitely, like, they need to learn these sort of things, you know? Like, look, I still believe, you know, they're Bethesda Game Studios, they're big company, you know, they know what they're doing. Or I'd like to think they know what they're doing. But, like, when you look at the lack of communication this year, and you're just like, what the fuck, Bethesda? What is the game plan? I don't like. I don't know. A boomer studio. What does that even mean, LeBron? Like, it was boomers that made Oblivion, that made Skyrim, that made Fallout. You know, like, they can make shit. I think it's just, again, it's this whole case of too many cooks spoil the broth. Can that even sit there? No, I need to put them on the bottom. Players should be more leaning towards Starfield after hearing all the negativity, as opposed to love Xbox players with very high expectations. To be honest, a lot of people are probably just going to pick it up, play the story mode, decide, okay, this is cool. A small minority might, like, stay playing, you know, like, they might stay in it. But the vast majority are probably going to move along. They're going to just move on as soon as they can. Because, like, again, because if there's no content there, what do they expect? Well, that Aileron there wouldn't really do much. Yeah, no, they do need to owe people being slow bought by... Oh, that's what you meant? I mean, I don't disagree with that statement at all. I feel like Bethesda need to kind of reevaluate, like, the speed at which they put out content, because it's not good enough, you know? It is absolutely not good enough. Even have a game to make. Thank you. It's amazing how, like, a few whizzes parts and you get it turned into something very, very nice, very streamlined, very sexy. The back, I'm still not really sure on the back. I mean, we could put like a turret on the back, maybe. What would it take, Mona, for you to, like, as someone who is obviously quite critical of, like, someone who's very, you know, you're overly critical of Starfield. What do you think it would take, like, in your opinion, for Starfield to kind of to improve? Which wings should we use? The smaller ones or the bigger ones? In Battlefield Flight Sim, I bounce between Battlefield and Ark Raiders, and this Guilty has sent me on to Kingdom Come Deliverance. You vote smaller. I think smaller probably looks better profile-wise, just because I feel like if we go bigger, they probably wouldn't have any aerodynamics because they'd be overlapping. Gen X 4. Small, yeah. It looks so nice. The back. I'm still not sure on the back, though. Going back to it. Did Mona leave? Mona left. Wow. Was asking her a point. She left. No, I do like it. I feel like something else needs to go here. Maybe like a... What do we got here? What do we got? What do we got? Something upside down. Thank you, Ace. Also, fuck you. Yeah, see, that's what I'm thinking. I need to put something there. Like, I could go like the Deimos, like the vanilla Deimos pieces. Starfield DLC. It fucking better be one or the other. Better be Starfield. See, we could do a pylon. Was the... You made a fat joke? That was rude. What the fuck? How dare you? Weirdly, I kind of like this as a kind of a way to hold cargo. The grenades were a fucking shit show. They were an absolute shit show. Like, I'm like, Bethesda, what the fuck were you thinking? Because it sits a little... No. They updated it. Wiz update. I didn't know you could snap things there. Interesting. Maybe not you. Flip another of those. See, if I flip another tile piece, it'll kind of sit a little bit too low, and it would, like, restrict the person getting out. Let me see how that looks if we look at it from the back. Oh shit, I forgot we're in Aquila City. Are you still there, Guilty? Oh, yeah. Mon, I asked you a question, bitch. You ignored me completely. How dare you? Yeah, you didn't... Could you have answered the question, maybe? Actually, doesn't look too bad. Kind of cool. I just imagine this is like a... Like, you know, like when you're deploying, like, you know, like how you've got, like, the parachute devices thingies, like, from old planes, but this is like... It's like when you're being deployed from, like, orbit, you, like, latch on to that, and it, like... I just, like, hanging there. I don't know why you'd hang there. The question was, like, what do you think Starfield would need to do to, like, kind of gain your... I mean, it could actually hold the rover to be there. What do you think Starfield would need to do to, or need to gain your kind of... Gain your trust? Kingath's Watchtower allows you to deploy shit from orbit, which is very cool. A lot. I know, I think a lot of people would. I think we're good, actually. Wait, no, I didn't.
Anything I can help you with?
Watchtower is very good. Very, very good. What is this? All in one berth? No. We need to make you an armory, a captain's quarters. Yeah.
Emerson trying to jump out and getting sucked to the engines.
No, 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 no. The engines would be... See, the engines pivot. So what had happened is, right, is this whole, like, thing would lift up. So, like, imagine... Hold on now. So essentially what would happen was the whole ship would lower itself like that. And the engines would be up above. You get me? Alright, let's take it for a spin, shall we?
I'll play Fallout Aerosol before I die, so basically let's start.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Bola. Big gravitate. Whoa, go, get fucked. He did ACS demos. Phenomenal fucking mod. Alright. Alright. I'm wondering why my cannon doesn't have a hole in it. Oh, it does. Never mind. Oh. Kowalski enhance. What's in there? Alright. Fall next year for the... Mona! You realize you wouldn't know me if it wasn't for this fucking game. How dare you? The thing I love more than when I'm like playing a game with people and like they're not aware that I do content. And they'll bring up Starfield just out of the blue and just shit it up like... Alright, let's take her to orbit.
Mostly happy was there, but I would like to see it contribute to the main story.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm definitely, you generally go looking down your own cat. Yeah, you got to make sure that it's good. You're the only positive my experience. Thank you. Oh, okay, that's nice. I'll take both of them as compliments. We have some cinematic moments, but it's basically just our character falling over. Right. Oh, she purrs. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's very nice. Nice little front facing. But oh, we're in Freestar space. That's why we're... Wee. Well, I mean, there's so many animations that I... Stealth. What's stealth? I'm more fuck off. I lose everything on Fallout 2. Space Jesus. Owl is still hard at work on that. I think it released an update recently. It was glorious. Wondered I twirled about and put my head in a bookcase. It does kind of give like vibes of like this would be like the sort of thing that would like be very maneuverable. Like you could pull the entire like engines in really tight underneath the ship, or have them hanging. Fuck. I will say the zero G fights are quite fun. With the using shotgun stuff. Like yeah. What the fuck is that? What? What? Is that necessary, Bethesda? Was that load-bearing fucking column? Could you not have snipped it at the fucking bud? What the fuck? I was like, oh, we got like an antenna. Am I trying like stealing someone's Wi-Fi? What even is that part? It's this? What? So let me guess. They basically I mean I've done it myself. He basically it's bigger than the one in the wall. What the fuck? All right, we're picking up all the good stuff. All right, I'm going to call it for tonight, guys. I will catch you guys tomorrow for some more Starfield fun. And hopefully, you never know, content could come out, but probably not. Have a good rest of your day, guys. Catch you tomorrow. Bye-bye.